Hey, welcome back. Good to see you again. I wanted to get started with the upper half, the torso, the arms. But one thing I wanted to do, I did this after the last video, so I didn't show it. So I'll undo it and show it again. One thing I like to do is just put some root motion in there. Just check the feet. See if they're more or less doing what I want them to do as far as like how far he's moving or she is moving. Um, let's go ahead and do that again. So let's get our layers up. And let's do this. So let's just remove this, delete that layer. And one thing I wanted to do was check against the run animation. So let's bring that up. Because before, you recall from the previous videos, the run animation is the same animation I was using to rate scale up, I think to 1.5. So this right here. Basically using this as the sprint. So in that sense, we're just playing this animation faster, but going the same distance over a shorter amount of time. So I just want to check the root and get that distance here. So I'm selecting the root joint here, coming over here to the details, and just changing this from local to world space. And let's select the root again. Oh, one more thing I might have to check those boxes, make sure that my root is actually translating. Now it is. So I can grab this number here. That's how far we're moving it. So I'll just use that. Very precise. And then just go and close that out. Come over here, back to sequencer, and I'll select this node. This node moves everything. So it moves the body control. So this body control moves everything but the root. And then here's the root. So what I'll do is I'll select this control. We'll add a new layer. We'll just call this sprint root. Oh, I'm not sure if I said this in the last one too, but what I try to do is like I'll name my layers that way, because I don't know if there is this, but there's no way to like save your export settings as far as like the layers are concerned, what layers get turned on and off for exporting, your export animation name and where the animation sequence is going to go, what folder, what asset it's going to overwrite, all that sort of stuff. So I just like to name my layers. So I can just come in here and copy it when I'm ready to export. So anyway, go back here, run this layer, make sure that we actually have that object in there. We're going to set a key. I think I need to I think I copied over that value, so get that root value again. And let's just undo that change to that animation because I don't want to keep it. That's that one. So it's a nice way to just like get rid of changes that you don't want. You can test with whatever you want. You don't have to save it. Back to sequencer. We're going to come here, this control, set a key, go over here to our details. We want Y translation because that's the forward and backward. And we want to set that as linear. So something's wrong. I always love it when stuff doesn't work. Okay. Oh, let's see here. Why would that have not worked? Nope, that didn't work. So let's try to investigate. So we've got our values here. We've got 525. This is weighted. Let me see, is that layer not on? No. Are we undoing it in this layer? No, there's no keys here on this layer. Let's try to find what is going on. So there's nothing here. Okay, let's come to this layer. Deselect everything, select objects. Okay. We have our Y translation here. Now we're isolating that. Y translate. Huh, how bizarre. I am confused. Let's see, is the weight 0? No, it's 1. Looking at the weight of this layer, just to see if there's something. Or if we set it to 0, then this layer will basically not make any modifications to our animation. And a weight of 1 means that we're receiving 100% of all the keys that we've added to this layer. So in theory, we come here and select this, move it up, and then turn this layer off if we mute it. Yeah, that's weird. I'm not sure what's going on. And then the sprint sequencer file. I wish the sequencer name would show up here somewhere. That way I knew exactly which sequence. Oh, there it is right there. That's good. Good to know. Lock the animation. So this is not editable. That is also good to know. I have never seen these things before. Everything's locked now. So if you happen to accidentally select that, that's fun. So this layer's off now. That layer's off now. It's like it's applying it to the base layer for some reason. So both of those are muted. So yeah, this shouldn't be up there. This value shouldn't be driven by anything. I'm not sure why. Let's hide these just get them out of the way so I can focus just on what we've got here. So let me just run through that again. So if I delete this layer, it's still up there. That doesn't make any sense. It shouldn't be. Let's select the base layer. Here, that says 0. It should be all 0, 0 on the base layer. That's bizarre. And come to this layer, unmute it. We have our little running animation. Okay. So let's create a new layer. Let's try this again. Layer. Okay. We're going to set a key. Then we're going to set a key. We're going to move. Huh. What is up? I have no idea what I did. Hmm. Hmm. Let me think. Let me think. So it is receiving that. We come here, set a key 0. I come here, I set a key, that other value, that 444. Oh no, something's wrong. Okay, let's undo these changes here. Okay, everything's reset. So, like, it's getting it now, because I had this, y'all remember, this was set up like this when I opened up the file. So I'd already had this going. So let's look at these curves. Okay, that curve, that's the only value here. Got a value of 1. The weight is not keyed right now. We come to Y location. That curve is going from 0 to our 444 value. We mute it. Okay, that's nice. We delete the layer. It's gone now. If we add a new layer, it's empty because there's nothing in there. So if we select our object and add to that layer, we key it. There's a key here. We go to frame 10 and we set a key. Go to our location, move it up. Oh, bonkers. I don't know why that didn't work. We rename it sprint root. Huh. I can't say that we figured out why. I'm glad it's working. I'm glad it's back. Uh, I'm glad I was able to show you the process of the normal steps I would take to put that in there, but that shouldn't have been that challenging. But let's just keep rolling with it. Okay, so we're going to take this. And one of the things I want to do at this stage, where in the last video we finished up the bottom half of the animation. We were like, okay, that, we're kind of satisfied with how that looks in our character, but now we want to confirm that. And the way we confirm that is gameplay. So we've got to test it in game. So let's bake this animation sequence out. Anims, locomotion, unarmed, and we could change that name to base. Okay, overwriting our file, export. So we should have a new anim sequence right here. Okay, this should have some root motion now, but no, it's moving forward. Curious. Sequencer, roots. Okay, now let's bake it. Hopefully that was the issue, that the root layer was muted. Export. Okay, let's look. Close this. That's my recording. Okay, here we go. There we are. Okay, let's look at this. Let's check our foot plants. Foot planting is here right now. So I've changed this out. Basically, when the ankle is over the root. I think we confirmed that in another video, but we can check here on our sprint, on our run forward. So yeah, our ankle's over the root, just about there. That's fine, I think. Here, yeah. It's almost like when the front part of the ankle shoe is about to pass it, more or less. Okay, looks like we've just eyeballed these. So let's just eyeball this about right there. And here, that's fine. And we're gonna have that camera shake like right before the foot plant. We're gonna say foot plant is there. Change these keys up. And then we lift off the ground there. And then we'll do our next curve. Plant here. Move that key. And then we'll lift there, just about. Okay, so I'm just eyeballing it. Okay, we're going to save that. Cool. So mainly we would just want to check it in game now, see how much we like it. But for sprinting, I think that feels pretty good, but I don't know if there's enough up and down, because like if we go back to, if we go to strafing mode here, we're strafing now, and we sprint right forward or left forward, we'll have our old animation in there. We'll have our run animation that's rate scaled up to 1.5. You see that's like there's a lot more bouncing, a lot more up and down in the hip. So what I want to do is recreate that. But like overall, we're just running forward now. I think I'm liking what that feels like. But I do want a little bit more bounce in there. Okay, that's enough testing of the bouncing. All right, let's add a little bit more up and down. Mute that root layer. And another thing I wanted to do is, like right now, I have kind of like this, every time she moves forward or plants her foot down and pushes off, we give her this little bit of like oomph in her, I guess this is like her cog movement that takes her everywhere. Cog, center of gravity. Let's undo that move. But it hits a little hard. And you can see if we're tracking that nose location here, go to front view. So we're just, let's move it here. So that it's just lining up with our sidebar there. You see like the nose hit, and it just hits like really hard. Like the spacing that's moving from this frame here to that next frame here is really hard. And then like there's a little cushion and a little bit more cushion. But I would want to see just like a little bit more cushion before it comes back. It looks like this space here is kind of like the same amount of space. Or like this location here, when we're starting to come out of that, is basically the same from where we were when we went into it. So we just want to increase that, or move it someplace else. So we'll move this forward a little bit. And we'll isolate this curve, move that forward a bit more, and then this one forward a bit more. Forward. Let's copy these keys over, see if we get a little bit more softness there, just a little bit. Maybe a little too harsh. It would help if I moved that one forward too, and I like it and I don't like it. Might just not be enough frames there. Oops, grab that one too, bring it down. Like have the softness here. So we're gonna do, cover that one over. It's moving a little. So on that push off, then moves forward. Might be a little too far. See, like we're watching that nose here and how it's playing on the in this grid. But like I said, we haven't done the top half of this body yet, so it'll just be cleaned up later. I do like it. Okay, so we're going to add some more up and down. Let's go to Z. So I think overall, maybe the down position is fine, but let's go down a little bit more. Then let's go up a lot more. A lot is, I don't know, we'll just kind of eyeball it. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Okay. Yeah, that's feeling a lot better. Let's play with that. Okay, let's unmute that layer. We're going to re-export. Grab this animation name. Bake this down and look at it again. So this is kind of my process. Make some changes, check it, confirm if I like the direction we're going. Oh yeah, that feels so much better. Let's come here. That's still a little higher. But yeah, like just having that much bounce. I'd go a little higher just to see. Um, let's go at it again. This time, where's this character? There she is. I'm going to grab our center here. What is this? Body control. Just checking the name so I can call it what it is, the body control. And then I think what we should do is we're going to isolate the Z, the up and down, grab this curve. I'm going to bring our anchor point here, zoom out, and then we're just going to pull that up. Go back to 0. That's too much. Where were we? We're at negative, almost negative 15, or negative 10. So we can just look at it this way, like we're playing the game. That feels cool. Like we're in strafe mode now. When I'm in strafe mode, I change the camera around. So we're gonna do this one more time. So I try to get these kind of gross bigger movements out of the way. Make sure I'm liking where those are going before I start getting the finer details going. Okay. Because it's easier to change one control around than it is to change 10 controls around, and like the keys and the spacing and the timing on those. One thing I wanted to do was leave this playing and come back in. That way we could see this. See it playing there too. Yeah, that's feeling good. I like that. All right, let's actually play with it. Yeah. Yep, yep, yep. I think overall, like what you're looking for is like, what's the vibe of your character? Is the animation confirming that or working against that? And do you like it? Do you feel like other people will like it? The players will like it? Okay, that's an animation I need to change out too. So we'll work on that one together at some point. Okay, cool, cool, cool. One thing I'm prior to seeing is that hero is the capsule. I turned that on at some point. Can't remember why, but let's turn it off. In game, here we are. So I'm just coming to the BP that controls this character, selecting the capsule, coming over here to details, and going hidden in game. So if we come to the viewport, it's that capsule right there. I don't want to see it anymore. File, save it. Okay, so I'll end it there for now. Let's play again one more time. We basically fixed worked through a layer issue. Didn't really touch the upper body, but we were able to like get our animation into the game and confirm whether or not we like the direction that we were going with it, which is actually extremely important. I say test early, test often. Make sure that you're going in the right direction. Make sure that you're checking it with how players will experience it. Um, if your animation looks good in a video, that's fine. But ultimately, it's what it looks like. It's what the animation looks like and feels like while the player is actually playing around with it. So that's how you want to use it. So really, let's go to a different map. So you just want to make sure that all of that is coming together. The animation, well, it crashed. We'll try again later. Um, I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully that was informative, and hopefully we'll make a little bit more progress on the run later. Thanks.